Imagine, on dark nights, when the streets are silent, history whispers of murders that were never solved. Centuries may pass, yet their secrets remain hidden. Tonight, we uncover some of the darkest and most mysterious killings in human history. Jack the Ripper. In 1888, London's foggy streets were filled with fear. A mysterious figure hunted women under the cover of night. He became known as Jack the Ripper, yet his true identity was never revealed. Tutankhamun's curse. In 1922, archaeologists opened the tomb of the ancient pharaoh Tutankhamun. Soon after, they began to die under strange circumstances. Was it mere coincidence or the pharaoh's revenge? Rasputin. In Russia, the mystical healer Rasputin was poisoned, then shot, yet he survived. Finally, he was thrown into a freezing river, and only then did his heart stop. Some believed he was more than just a man. Zodiac Killer. In the 1960s, the United States was terrorized by a killer who called himself Zodiac. He sent encrypted letters to newspapers, bragging about his crimes. Despite years of investigation, he was never caught. Black Dahlia. In 1947, Los Angeles was shaken by the brutal murder of a young actress, Elizabeth Short. The press called her the Black Dahlia. Her killer vanished without a trace. Mary Rogers. In 1841, New York knew her as the beautiful cigar girl. One day, Mary Rogers disappeared. Days later, her body was found in the river. To this day, her murderer remains unknown. Isdal Woman. In 1970, in the mountains of Norway, the burned body of a woman was discovered. Next to her were only false passports. Her true identity is still a mystery. Boy in the Box. In 1957, in Philadelphia, a small boy's body was found inside a cardboard box. Decades have passed, yet no one has ever discovered who he was. Villisca Axe Murders. In 1912, an entire family was slain with an axe in their Iowa farmhouse. No one was ever arrested. The house remains a symbol of horror and mystery. Cleveland Torso Murderer. During the 1930s, dismembered bodies appeared across Cleveland. The killer was nicknamed the Torso Murderer. Despite investigations, the crimes were never solved. Hinterkaifeck Murders. In 1922, a family in rural Germany was found dead in their farmhouse. Evidence suggested the killer may have lived in the house for days afterward, tending to the animals. Tamam Shud Case. In 1948, on an Australian beach, a man's body was discovered. In his pocket was a small note reading, Tamam Shud, meaning, it is finished. His identity remains a mystery. Axeman of New Orleans. Between 1918 and 1918, a shadowy figure terrorized New Orleans, breaking into homes with an axe. In a letter, he claimed he would spare anyone playing jazz music. That night, the city was filled with jazz, and the killer disappeared forever. Boyd Murder. In a quiet Canadian town, a woman was mysteriously killed. Witnesses spoke, but the evidence vanished. Even after decades, the case has never been solved. Princess Diana. In 1997, the world mourned the death of Princess Diana in a car crash in Paris. Officially called an accident, many believe it was something far darker, a conspiracy that remains unsolved. The truth behind these murders may never be revealed. They remain dark shadows in the history of humanity. Which of these stories do you find the most chilling? Share your thoughts, if you dare.